Alright, from now I'm also recording the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, just
to reconfirm, yes, you can record me, you can audio record me. We agreed it will be sent to the people who will be analyzing.
yeah.
And it will not be posted anywhere.
The video will only be sent to you, so you have a copy, and to the people who are doing the check, who are verifying it.
And you will not post me, my name, nothing online.
No, at the end, when I'll post the report, I won't use your name. I will all the information, anything that can be traced back to you, will be either cropped out or there will be used. Like for example, instead of your name, I can use the letter A or something. So it's completely.
Yeah, we'll figure out that detail later. But okay, just wanted to confirm that.
Okay, so I'm flexible about that. Exactly as you want to do it, we do it. Okay, so let me explain how what the process will be. So the timer started now. So you're getting paid for every minute. So at first I will tell you my version of events. So that's important. That's so that will be the first step. I'll tell you what I believe regarding what I've been accused of. Then I'll say my version of events regarding what I think that you did. You don't need to agree to it, but you have your time to speak and to say what you think and what your opinion is. One very important aspect is the whole situation only makes sense in the context of someone opening a Facebook group and posting their false information about me. I don't want to debate the existence of that group. So for that topic, I want you to just play along and assume that there is a possibility that the group exists, but I don't want to debate that topic because it is not directly related to you.
Well, this is important because if I already don't know what Facebook group you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yes, that will change this series of events. I mean, if this group you're talking about doesn't exist, then why that it exists?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's so. Once again, you have your time to speak, but it's important not to go off the topic and start discussing or debating the existence of the group because that won't be relevant to you. So either way, if it exists or it doesn't exist, it's not that relevant. But I will mention it. So just be aware of that. And then at the end we'll have a short discussion of whether what I say makes sense or whether I will explain it as we go on. So the main things that I consider that can be related to you are a few accusations. So firstly, I'll mention what I believe happened without actually knowing and without actually involving you in any way. So this is just the things that I think I've been accused of. The most serious thing is a crime. So I think I've been accused of 2 crimes. The first one, I don't think that it is related to you in any way, and it involved the theft of Vasya's photos. So
Theft of what?
Sorry?
Theft of what photos?
Theft of Vasya's photos. That's a different case. Okay, so that we won't talk about that because I honestly believe that it has nothing to do with you. The second crime that I think I've been accused of is some sort of sexual assault and violence, and that could be related to you based on what I believe, based on observations that I've seen. And there are a few false stories. I believe that a lot of people made up false stories about me, and I believe that some of them are related to you, either directly, either indirectly. These stories are, there's something about wanting to date multiple girls at once, or having sex with them all at once, something alongside that sort of behavior. And as far as I understood, it has to do with two girls from school, from back then, from school, from 2016, 2017, and the girl from football who played in the same team with us. So this would be the three girls from that story. And there are a few other stories that might be related, but I'm not sure. There is something about the girl that I spent New Year's with in 2016, 2017, and I know that a lot of stories have been made up about that. So yes, shortly, that's the general trend, general pattern. A lot of things that are false and don't represent who I am. And besides that, so there are two things: they don't match who I am, and the second thing is that they are false. So, and now related to you, I'll start with my story. So what I think happened. It doesn't mean that it did happen like that, but that's what I think based on what I've seen. So I know that at the start of the year we played football at the same team. I know it was me, you, Yari, and a few other guys from school. I think Nico was there at one point, Gast later on, but I'm not sure if they're related or not. What I do believe is that Yari made up a story about the girl that was playing in the team with us, Dunya. And at the time, I suspected that at one point, but I wasn't sure about the details of the story. Now, based on what I've noticed later, I think that he made something up alongside the comments about her body, something about her bottom. So I'm not exactly sure what, but this is what all reactions suggested. I know I talked to you about this already back in high school, and I've told you that I think Yari was making up false stories about me, either related to that girl or to other people, but I was sure that he was making things up. Because also you and other people implied at one point that Yari might be talking trash about you. So I believe that. But there was something else, like I told you in the messages on Instagram. There were a few odd reactions that I didn't understand. And again, based on my observations and deducing from these reactions, so I don't have any facts, but this is what I believe, is that someone made up a story that stated that I wanted to date multiple girls at once. And this is something that I think has to do with you. As far as I understand, when we were in football, Yori made that story somewhere at the beginning of the year, in the beginning of the school year, somewhere in September or October maybe. And then I think that here this is not exactly clear to me, but at one point the three ghost stories, that's how I call it, was made up. And now I don't know exactly who did that or how it was built up. I strongly believe that it is made of multiple stories. It's not one story, one person made up something. I think more people made up multiple things. I think that Dan, one of the players on the team, started it. We biked on the same way on one day, and I asked him about Yari, and that's pretty much the only time that I talked to him a bit more, and there was no one around, so I think he might have made something up that day, or I'm not sure, but that's a possibility. And I think that you made up something as well about that. I don't know exactly what the story is, but I know that there were two girls from school that I liked the previous school year. That were Natalia and Rebecca. And afterward, I think someone implied that I wanted to date both of them at the same time because I liked both of them, so that made sense. And someone added this third girl from the football team to this false story that probably was already made up at one point. No, I'm not sure about the details, but I believe that at one point you also made up something about this. So again, I don't know, but this is what I believe. Afterwards, it's unclear because I don't have access to actual facts. So I don't know the series of events. I don't know what happened, how things progressed. But this is the main point, and the only reason why the main reason why I'm talking to you today. It's because of the potential false sexual assault and violence accusation. So that's the main thing. And like I told you that I was asking everybody around, seemed paranoid, like, oh guys, did you hear anything about me? What's going on? And blah blah blah. And I know I talked to you multiple times, and I recorded you at that time. I recorded other people as well, and the point was to record you. And then if you made something up, and I would ask the right questions, you wouldn't admit to the story being made up. That's why I did that. So then that would have incriminated you and other people, and I'd have gotten some sort of proof about it. That was the point of why I did that. But I remember that on one day, I wanted to talk to you. I messaged you on WhatsApp, and we met after school. Then we went to the toilet, and I explained to you the whole thing. We talked there, and then Julia opened the door, and it was kind of weird. Then a bit later, Martin showed up. And then I don't remember exactly how it happened, but I think you changed ways. You didn't go home. You went somewhere else, and you were supposed to go home or something. And there were a few things that stood out. And later on, I figured that during that time, it could have been possible that you created this false accusation together with them. But that is my opinion. Now I want you to. Yes, I don't know how to explain this perfectly, but I want you to put yourself in that position. And for example, for me, I try to think, why would Alex do stuff like this? Because I've known you a few years back, year 9 and year 10, or yeah, before you left. And for example, my opinion about you is that you didn't just make up things about people for no reason. So I think that if you did these things, you did them with a reason. For example, I have a different opinion about Yari. I believe that he has the type of character to just make up things for no clear reason, just to mess with people. Even though many times I think he also has some sort of reasoning behind his actions. But regarding you specifically, I don't think that you'd go around and just make up things just to entertain, just for entertainment, So I believe that if you did these things, I don't know if you did, but if you did, I think that you had a reason. So, for example, I know you were good friends with Yari, at least back in the day. So, for example, if he made up a false story about the girl from football, about Dunya, it made sense to me that maybe you wanted to defend your friend or something, and you made up another story to cover up for him, or at least to make his story not seem how should I say that? Seem more realistic by making up something with similar negative behavior, or something along that. Another option would be, for example, I don't know. Let's say Yari made up that story, and the girl Dunya was pissed at him because she figured the story was false, and maybe you made it up because you liked that girl or something, and then it would kind of get you closer. So that's another possible reasoning. I don't know that either, but I thought about all possibilities. So that these are two of the main things. I couldn't think of that many reasons because we were not interacting that much at the time, and didn't really, there weren't many reasons why you would want to do stuff like that. Regarding just a little bit, I'm almost done. I want to finish the entire version. So this is my version. You'll have your time to speak. So afterward, regarding the most important aspect, which is the crime, so that I thought about that really good, because accusing something of that is extremely negative. So I thought, if Alex actually did that, so if you actually made up that false accusation, you had to have an extremely serious reason to do so, because it's not just the action of doing it, but also the risk of potentially getting caught. So there are multiple aspects that don't make sense. So I think if you did that for a very good reason. So I thought about all possibilities. One thing is that if you made up the 3 girls false stories, or maybe other stories as well, I'm not sure, it is possible that in the context of that Facebook group, so that internet group that I told you at the start, that the story went viral and it went out of hand. and it caused a lot of problems to me. So that's one possibility, and for that, in a normal context, that would result in legal consequences. So that would give you a reason to do that. Now, I know I don't want to discuss the existence of that group, because I know what you already told me, that there is no group, but that's just for me to explain the reasoning behind it. So I thought, why would Alex potentially do that? And that was the thing that made sense to me. Another potential reason would be just generally your how should I say that, your image. So in the local community, if you made up something like that and it had negative consequences, you'd be seen in a negative manner, and people react differently to that. They can change in this sort of situations. For example, with the girl Natalia from school, everybody knew at the time that I liked her a lot, and I was expressing that to her at least. So if she made that public, people knew that if the stories were false, the consequences would be really negative. So you understand what I mean?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, so these are the two main things regarding you: the three ghost stories and the potential false accusation. Now, this is my version of the truth based on what I've seen. So I have no clue if these accusations were actually made, if these stories were actually made up. But these are my conclusions based on what I've seen. So now, just I don't know. Give me your version of, for example, why this would not be true. This is important to me. So, if I want to hear your version of events. So regarding Yari and the girl from football and the potential false stories, and regarding also the potential crime, if you remember that day when I wanted to talk to you and maybe explain why it didn't happen, or why, I need to understand that. So for me, that's very important.
What exactly you want to focus on, but before you do that, I just want to say that you literally just explained to me that all you've been doing this.
I didn't hear the last. Can you repeat?
You've just explained to me that all this time, all you've been doing is over. Because you said to me just now, you don't even know if I've done these things. You don't know this. You don't know if I've done that. You have no proof.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you even said it yourself. You know I'm not that kind of guy to make up weird shit. Like I have no business to. And here you are coming up with X, Y, Z situations of why I would be doing such things. Like it's just, you literally just explained to me that you're an overthinker. And
I didn't hear that.
That you're an overthinker.
Overthinker, okay.
And this is what I've been trying to tell you all these fucking years over Instagram, is that you're overthinking things and just it's getting out of hand, man. Like the situations that you're thinking about and cause that, which means that, which means that, which means that, where you're at the base of it all, of all your thoughts, is not true. You don't even know if it's true.
Okay.
So tell me what exactly you want to hear about, because that's from everything you said, that's all I've been able to think of.
That is all?
And that's all I've been able to think of, because that's all there is for me.
What do you mean?
All the stuff you've explained is like, I don't know about any of the stuff that you've just explained. We had that conversation with my job in, I don't know, September or sometime, I can't remember. And came at me with all these stories, and I'm just confused where these stories are coming from. Like, a lot of these stories that you're saying now, I don't even know what they are.
Okay.
And when you say sexual accusation that I've made against you, like, what prompted you to even think that? I believe that we've had a conversation in the bathroom. I remember that. I don't remember Martin walking in. But
can you repeat that? You remember Julia walking in?
Yeah, I can't remember if they did, but I think I remember having a conversation with you in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And but I'm just confused why you would think from that I would go to Julia and Martin and tell them, oh, let's tell everyone that Paul sexually assaulted me. Why on earth would I do that? And if you really did think that people did say that and that it was published and that I've been spreading these lies about you and criminally and the whole world knows, why is no one come at you yet? Like, that should be your proof on its own.
Okay.
No one's come at you, which means it's in your own head, man.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. It's very similar to what you sent me over text. Yes, so...
What I've been saying every single time we've had this conversation.
Okay, wait. So, for me, the things that... how should I explain this? So the situation in which you'd be able to do this and then not say it to my face is strongly related to the existence of the group and the deal, the illegal deal that I mentioned to you. And I don't want to talk about these things. I don't want to talk about these things at all because they're not directly related to the potential false stories. If anything,
well, I think they are, because I think this is all coming from the same root problem. And
okay, wait, Alex, wait. So, I know you've explained this to me and I understand your point. It makes perfect sense that none of this exists if we're talking about the actual facts that I'm aware of, because everything that I said is things that I suspect. And the actual scenario in which all these things truly happen, like I said, it's really, a lot of things really have to align in order to make that possible, and that's very difficult.
No.
But I don't want to debate that at all. So I don't want to talk.
I completely disagree, but okay, you don't talk about it.
What do you mean you disagree? About what?
About these series of events, even though they're in this specific order, has to mean that there's a legal deal about you and
about the deal. Okay, yeah. So that was my point. I don't want to talk about the potential deal, because if it exists, I don't have access to the actual facts, to what actually the deal consists of. And I know people already talked to me about this, and every single time it had been a very unproductive discussion. It didn't lead to anything. So I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about, for example, and you don't need to answer everything. How should I say that? You don't need to give me all the details. I just want to know what you think about some of the things that I'm saying now as potential reasons why you would make up this stuff. For example, Yari, do you think that Yari had the type of character to actually make up stuff about me for no clear reason back then? Because a lot of people imply that.
So you're asking me to help you reason with why I would make up a story about you, even though I've never made an accusation about you or anything like that.
No. Wait, you're going a bit too far. So I'm not trying to.
Sense like I'm giving you information. You're asking for information that is completely relevant because I haven't said anything. I haven't done anything.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Well, the question you should be asking me is, did you say those things? Did you keep me of those things? My answer is no. And it has been no. I haven't done shit against you, Paul. I haven't. No one has. All these small things, these small situations that you think that are done in this big scheme against you are small high school bullshits that... Okay,
Alex. Stop, Alex. So, okay, you've explained this to me. I already know your version of the truth. So you've sent me that over text. If that was it, just to know your version of the truth, it wouldn't have been worth it to do this discussion, because you already told me and you were very clear. You said that didn't happen. You made it all very clear. So I need you to play along a little bit with me. So not to just say, okay, nothing happened and cut me off, because that's not the objective of this discussion. But just to play along with not the actions, but the possible reasoning behind it, and that would actually prove further.
You're looking at it the wrong way, man. You're looking for something to help you believe. You just want.
No. On the contrary. I'm looking. So right now, and I will explain you the process. give you the, how should I say that, the option, so a way to further prove your point, if that is the truth. So for example, you stated that Yari has done some messed up things. Part of it is about him. So I've known, not just from you, other people said back then that if someone is making up false stories about me, it's clearly Yari. So multiple people implied that. So I believe that was true. So Yari made up something. It is possible to be about that girl or not, but this is what my conclusion is based on observations. So now, for example, regarding you, there was one of the possible reasons that I provided for you, supposedly making up the Striegel story, which I don't know if you made up. Again, I have no facts that the story was made up at all, but this is what I believe. So, for example, one option would have been to defend Yari, but I know that you said no. Okay, so I don't know. I'm asking.
Conversation going in circles. Like you're looking for something to you're just trying to make me say something that is just untrue.
No. I'm asking you. For example, if Yari would make. Yes?
Okay, ask me something you want to know about this three-girl story.
Okay, for example, one of the potential reasons would have been for you to get closer to this girl from football, to Dunya. Did you like her at the time? So about autumn 2016.
Me? Did I like the football girl?
Yeah.
No, not necessarily.
So no, okay, because
That's it.
that would have been one of the main reasons why you would have made up such a story. So if you say okay, you didn't like her, that already proves to some extent that your version makes sense, because there were two main reasons. One was to help Yari, and the second one would have been because you probably liked her. But if you say okay, I didn't like her, that already proves your point.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. Okay.
No, I'm asking. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct. Okay. So there was.
Can
Can you repeat? I didn't.
I had a girlfriend either way.
Ah, okay. So you already had a girlfriend at the time. I didn't know that. Actually, I think I know you probably mentioned it at one point, but I didn't know who. So it could have been that girl as well. So anyway. Okay. So there was one reason. So now you've made it clear. So that, see, I'm not trying to incriminate you here. There was one reason for you to make up such a story, and you just proved that it wasn't the case. So that's a good thing. Okay, with Yari, I don't know what to say. That's also, there are some question marks there as well, because I remember you telling me at McDonald's, I think, that Yari might have been talking trash about me. So I'm not so sure if you truly wanted to support him or not, if he made something up. But that's a possibility.
Listen, well, can I respond to that?
Yeah, sure.
So, what I've learned from high school versus graduating from high school, going to university, living my life, is high school, middle school times, everyone talks shit about each other. Everyone. It's a normal thing, especially in our group. You know, we had a large group of boys. You know, a lot of puberty, all that shit. Trash is fun, always. Okay. It's normal. The point is to understand that that's just part of high school. That's how things go. So, sure, Yari might talk trash about you. He talked trash about me too. Okay. All the guys talk trash about each other. Okay. Hell, when we were at McDonald's, I talked trash about Yari to you, right?
I don't remember exactly, but I know you said that he was talking trash about me. I don't remember if you said anything.
That's me talking trash about him.
Okay. So you didn't actually know if he talked trash about me, you just said it. Or
what?
So you didn't actually know if he talked trash about me, you just said that to talk trash about him.
Probably has.
Okay.
Everyone probably has. And everyone has to each other, so I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
It's nothing. High school trash talk is high school trash talk. It should not be taken out of hand.
No, of course.
We're like 16, 17 years old then. What do we know? It's like a race to who's the most popular. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Our daily lives. And that's why this should be relevant to your daily life too.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I want to keep up talking about what's next.
Okay. So yes, there is some truth in that. Everywhere, people there will eventually be people who talk trash anyway. Some people, they're naturally like that. They like to cause problems. Now, for me, it's the point was not to generalize that, because yes, obviously, people make up false stories, sometimes about me, sometimes about other people. That's a normal thing. Some people will do that. But for me, it was really important to focus on specific false stories that might have caused problems. The two that I mentioned are a good example of that. Yes, and so this was one thing with the Three Girls thing. Three Girls false series, that's how I call it, which I had two possible reasons for you doing that, which I explained to you. The second thing, again, one of the most important things has to do with the actual crime. Based on what I've noticed, the order events...
What crime?
No, false accusations. I refer to it as the crime. So the thing with the sexual assault, that's what I refer to when I say the crime. So based on indirect references on what I've seen, and I don't want to debate the existence of the indirect references, because that's, again, it will lead to a very unproductive discussion. But this is my final conclusion, was that we went there to talk, and afterwards you have stated that I either beated you up or wrestled you to the floor, something that would put you on the floor, and then that I would have seated on your face. So that is the main thing that I deduced from the indirect references, and that Julia potentially opened the door to state that Paul was Paul was beating Alex up or was sitting on his face or something that would confirm the events, and then when Martin came, he would just say that they were both in the bathroom, so in theory it is possible. So that would be the way that I see this. That would be sort of a premeditated, a planned action.
Who told you that something was happening in the bathroom, like you were beating me up, whatever?
No. Again, I don't want to debate how I came to these conclusions, because it would be an unproductive discussion. Because
you don't understand. It's very important, because you wouldn't have heard that from anywhere, because it's not true. I don't know where you've heard this.
Okay, Alex, stop. So
you're moving too fast, Paul. You're moving too fast. You're overthinking it too much. I'm sorry.
No, I know, but calm down, Alex.
Conclusion from indirect references.
Alex, wait. So, once again, it is extremely difficult to explain the whole process. I've made videos about how I managed to understand everything, but this is really, really inefficient for me to discuss this with you here, because it takes a long time. It's very easy to contradict this because I don't have any actual proof, so that will lead to a very long discussion. And I'm willing to talk to you, but it's not efficient. I'm also paying you for it, so I really don't want to go into a discussion that is unproductive. So let's.
I just want to say.
Yes.
Like, this is overthinking on an insane level.
Okay.
I just want you to.
Okay. You made your point clear. None of this exists, and I'm overthinking things. You said it through the chat. You said it now. It's very clear to me that is your point.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm aware of that. But now, so these things that I've just said. This only makes sense to me because of the indirect references. I don't want to debate if the indirect references are correct or if they exist, or if this is because this would only be possible in the context of everything that I mentioned with the deal and the group, and I really don't want to discuss that because it's not a productive discussion. It's really off topic. It will lead nowhere, and it will take a very, very long time. Maybe you like that because you're getting paid by the minute, but I really don't want to talk about that.
What do you want to ask?
Okay, good. So I've told you the series of events with what I've deduced from reactions. Now, I know that sounds extreme, and it can only be done for a very serious reason. And again, that sort of reason can only be explained by the things that I cannot prove, such as the existence of the group and all that. So I want you to review the actions. So it's very, very important that you mentioned that you remember that we talked in the bathroom. So that's very important to me.
Yeah.
Now, my version of events was that. So we went in the bathroom. I looked paranoid. I know how I talked. I was getting people alone to record them, and then I was asking, did you hear that and that? And with you, I had so I remembered the topic of the conversation. There was something with Sophie. At the time, I figured that she would have been angry with me for something. And I remember that the previous summer, when I played football with you and Martin, we all called her a bitch and talked some trash about her. So I thought it was that, because I told you through the chat, people kept repeating bitch on and on and on, and that was the only thing that I could link it to. So I know that on that specific episode or event, or however you want to call it, when we went to the bathroom, I asked you about that. And I told you, man, Alex, what's the thing with Sophie? Did you tell her that I said those things about her, stuff like that? And to me, there was another thing that stood out, which is why I remember this, because Martin was the other person involved. Because us three, we played football when we talked that trash about Sophie. And he showed up very soon afterwards. So I thought, maybe that's related or something. But do you also remember the topic of the conversation? Do you remember that we talked about this?
No, I don't. No. I have no idea what we talked about. I just remember what I remember is having a conversation with you in the bathroom.
Okay.
It was already pretty similar to this. You were asking about situations which, I don't know.
Okay.
How you came up from them, but like honestly, after I think that's how you fell out with everyone, because you started overthinking shit. But anyways, I don't remember exactly what we talked about. I have no idea.
Okay, so you don't remember the questions, okay? I know that before I've talked a lot about Yari to you. I've kept going to you and say, Alex, Yari talks trash, I need to find out, and stuff like this. You remember that?
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible, okay. Okay, another thing is just try to remember. If you don't remember, it's fine, but it's important to me to know how much you remember of what I asked you. Because I know I talked to you multiple times. I talked to you once in the music room, once in one of the classrooms after school, once in the bathroom, and I think I've talked to you during break at one point as well. So I've talked to you multiple times. The main point was to get to know what Yari made up, because that was the main person that I had something with, because I've heard, that's the only thing that was confirmed. I heard that he might have been talking trash. Now, at the time, I didn't have a clear image of what this trash talk was. I know I also told you about the photos with Vasya. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's very good. I think I talked to you about that, but not when we went to the bathroom. I don't think I mentioned that back then. But do you remember talking about this thing with calling Sophie a bitch?
No.
You don't remember it at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
No, okay. Oh, it's weird, because I think I talked to you a few times about it. But okay.
What? Can you give more context?
So that was the thing. I told you that people kept repeating the word bitch, and I didn't know why, and I thought it was related to me calling Sophie a bitch last summer when we played football. So last summer being in the summer of 2016. You don't remember that?
How can that possibly be related?
No, I know, but I asked you about it because at the time I thought that it was related. Do you remember me asking you about it? That's the point.
You asked me about it when you came to my show.
No. So in high school.
I don't even remember this happening, but still, I'm confused how you came to that conclusion. But anyways.
Okay, no, I didn't. That was my conclusion back in high school. I don't think that now. So I only thought that in high school. I don't think I asked you about this at your show, but I did in high school.
Yeah, I think you did. Okay. Anyway, I remember you mentioning it somewhere. I don't know.
Okay. That was a really important thing to know if you remembered the conversation that we had in the bathroom. But once again, do you? So you don't. Okay, it's.
In the bathroom now.
You don't remember it, okay. Okay, what I know is that afterward we biked together, me, you, and Martin. And when we got to we biked towards the tire shop, if you know it. And then you went right towards the center, and I went left because we were supposed to go in the same way. You remember that?
No, bro.
No, okay. Okay, I'm just checking, I'm verifying the facts that I know. So just to make sure. Okay, so.
Okay, it could very well have happened. I just don't remember a small shit like this. Like,
Okay. I'm just asking. I'm doing, how to say, moral duty to ask to verify all the facts that I know. So another thing is if I ever accused you directly of doing something, because I don't remember that. I know I suspected it at one point.
Have you accused me of doing something?
In high school. So now, not now. In high school.
In high school, no, I don't think so. But since high school, absolutely.
Yeah, since high school, I know. I messaged you, I talked to you, I told you that I think you've done things. But before that, in high school, that's really important, because So the main reason why I talked to you was one, to find out about Yari, and two, to clarify the thing with calling Sophie a bitch, to know if you or Martin told her, and to understand if that was why she was pissed at me, because that's what I thought back then. So I actually went to Sophie and apologized for calling her a bitch, because I thought that this was why people kept repeating bitch on and on and on. So I want to kind of show, okay, I didn't mean to say that. But that was what I was thinking back then. Now I don't think that people saying bitch was related to this. So I don't think this matters at all that I called Sophie a bitch. So, but this is what I thought back then. So these are the two reasons why I talked to you, and just generally to understand if you know about anything that is going on. So that's why I also mentioned the things with Vasya and the photos. But yeah, it's important that you clarify that, because one of the possible reasons for supposedly committing that crime against you would have been to have something against you. So if I thought, Alex is talking trash, that's a very good reason to beat Alex up, So sometimes this sort of thing happens. People beat other people up because they talk trash. So it's important that you confirm that. That is one key topic, because that's why I asked if you remember what we talked about. Because if we talked about calling Sophie a bitch, there was no reason to beat you up, right?
No,
okay.
Not that relevant. Nothing that I would have cared about, honestly.
No, I know because I remember talking to you. I know I never made a direct accusation toward you. I suspected that it was possible that you made something up, I didn't know what, and the only thing that I could have linked it to was this thing with insulting Sophie. So that's what I remember. I know I didn't know about most things that were made up, so that's why I'm asking you now if I made any accusations, because that's very important. You understand?
No, not that I remember.
Okay, so that was one important topic, because no one commits, or most people don't commit a crime for no reason. So if you falsely accuse me, you didn't do it for no reason, and if you say that I beat you up, there must have been a reason for that. You understand? So that's whatever actions are being said, there's a reason behind it.
Like where you're coming from, but again,
yeah,
it's overthinking to the max.
I know, but I'm considering all possibilities and trying to give a reason for them. So I know if you said that I beat you up, you didn't say that I beat you up for no reason. There had to be a reason for that. So that's.
I never said that you beat me. I never said that.
No. You made it clear. You said that nothing happened. You don't need to repeat it. I know. That's just my version of the truth based on what I've noticed. But you made it very clear that nothing happened. So that's you don't need to repeat that. Okay. So these were the main two topics that I wanted to talk to you about. Another one that I considered it being true was about the girl from the New Year's. So I know in 2016, in the last week of the year, I spent it with that girl. She posted a photo on Facebook, I think. So maybe that's how you remember who she was. Remember? Or have you seen it? No. Okay. Last time I saw her was the January 1st in 2017, and I know that on that day we played football together. I think it was you, me, I think Beam maybe. The one with the car and maybe a few other people. I don't remember exactly who. But it's very important to confirm one thing. Did I mention that girl to you? Try to remember.
I have I don't even remember this day you're talking about.
You don't remember January 1st, man? So on the first day of the year, right after the New Year's, we went to play football at the field next to the stadium.
I have no idea, Paul. No idea.
The field on the... You remember nothing?
Yeah, no, I know the field you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't remember playing football?
I might have gone to play. We might have gone to play. Do I remember it? No.
No, okay. Because that was another thing during this week that I spent with her. Based on what I've noticed, her little brother made up something about me involving her. Something about her having long legs or something related to that topic. And afterward, I don't want to debate the existence of the group, but someone posted it on the group, and other people started making up false stories that support the story of the little kid. Again, I don't want to debate how that would be possible, so to post it on the group and for other people to see it. I just want to know, so I don't know who made up this kind of stories, but I want you to confirm whether I talked about her or not, because that's very important.
No, not that I remember. Not that I remember.
So you don't remember of that, okay. I know I've only talked to Vasya about her. And I know Vasya made up something about her. Something about letting her pregnant or something. So I have... again, I'm not sure of that, but I strongly suspect it based on what I've noticed. But this other thing with her little brother is another story that kept repeating. So I think that's also important. I wanted to know if... So I want to know if someone made up something about that in school. And for you, that made sense because I've seen you the first day after the last day when I saw her. So the January 1st. So it made sense that I would talk about her. You understand?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe, yeah, sure, maybe you said something, but why would you think that... anyway, you don't want me talking about this stuff.
Hmm?
I don't see...
I didn't hear.
Why would you think a story was made against you in this Facebook group?
No, Alex, I don't want to debate the Facebook group. It's just very important to know if I mentioned that girl to you.
I'm asking you why you think that people are making stories about you.
No, Alex, stop. You already clarified that. So you said there's no group, there's no false stories, but for me, it's important to confirm the facts. So I know one thing, that I've only talked about this girl to Vasya, and I want to know, so this could be related to you, or to other people as well. It's important to know if anyone said that I mentioned her, because I know I didn't talk about her, so that's important.
Yeah, I mean, you might have, I don't know, it was 7 years ago now? I don't remember the conversations we had 7 years ago.
Okay, but if something would stand out, so for example, Vasya said that I left her pregnant, so this is the type of thing that people would remember, right?
The type of thing that people what?
That people would remember.
That Vasya said you got her pregnant?
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure, but this is what the reaction suggested, because I only talked about her to him, so it made sense that he made up that story.
I've never heard that before.
You didn't hear about that?
No, but where did you hear this story?
No, again, this is based on my observations. I don't want to debate how I came to these conclusions, but...
Paul, you can't make observations like that. You cannot. You can't come to that conclusion from just those observations. Mm-hmm. It just makes no sense. You're digging yourself a hole, literally. Why would you?
Okay, Alex, once again, I don't want to debate how I came to these conclusions. This is what I deduced from what I've seen. So, for example, I know that people build up on that story with the pregnancy, and they made up some really disturbing things about supposedly jerking off to her, or the type of things that are really extreme. So that's again, I want to discuss how I came to these conclusions. But
I understand. Just continue.
Okay, so it's very important once again. If I mentioned anything about her. I know I didn't. You said that I might have mentioned her. It's not impossible that I said, yeah, I spent the New Year's with some friend or something, but I don't remember saying that. I know very clear that I only mentioned that to Vasya, but it's really important to know what your opinion about that is, because if so, the stories that were made up are negative. So these are the type of things that people remember because they're very negative. So if I mention something like that, it makes sense that that you would remember or that other people would remember. You understand what I mean?
What are you asking me?
Okay, so shortly, if you remember anything that I said about this girl, anything at all?
No.
No. Okay. That was a very important question to ask because again, you are one of the few people that I've talked to in the winter break because we played football. I don't know. It was you, Pim, with the car, and two or three other people. I don't remember exactly who was there, but that's why I asked you because I'm talking to you anyway. This is not that relevant because it's not directly related to the crime or to the three girls thing, but it was important to ask. Okay, another thing that's also not that important, but since we're talking anyway, it has to do with. So this is the important stuff is over. We already talked about it. These are less important things, but we're talking. It's my money, and I'm curious, so I want to know about it. If you remember, in 2015, I think, in the winter of 2015 or late 2014, I don't even remember exactly when. No. So the first winter after you left high school, you came back for holidays, and I was going home, and I met you and Yari on the way, and Xian. We went to the center, and you bought me a skateboard. Do you remember that, or a pennyboard?
That's actually really funny. I do remember that.
Yeah. Okay. I know that.
I don't remember buying it for you, but I remember to the van store, and we were trying the pennyboards. Yeah, but I don't remember buying it for you.
Oh, okay. So what happened is I think I saw it, and I wanted to buy it, and then I changed my mind because I didn't have enough money on me or something like that. And then you stated, yeah, I'll buy it for you, as some sort of Christmas gift. That's what I remember. Then what I remember.
I was a good friend, right?
What?
I was a good.
We'll see. So because the next thing that I remember, I don't find it that funny, but the next thing that I remember is that you kept messaging me on Facebook to give you the money that you supposedly borrowed me with, and that was because in the end, the last thing that happened was I came to Maastricht. So I lived in Brunsum at the time. So that was like 30-40 kilometers away, and I came all the way to Maastricht just to give you the money for the pennyboard. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that situation. No.
You don't remember it? Because you messaged me like 3-4 days in a row and insulting me. And
Probably, I mean, as I just told you, I don't remember buying the pennyboard for you. But
okay.
Now that you're saying this, what probably happened is I said I could spot you. I'll buy it for you now and give me the money back later.
Mm-hmm.
Probably why I was messaging you, because at the time I didn't have a ton of money, but that's why I laughed. I was surprised myself that I bought someone a pennyboard.
Oh, okay. So you didn't remember buying it. You don't remember that. Okay.
No.
Okay. So what I remember is that you bought it as a Christmas gift. And then you said, I actually want the money back. And then I said that I'll buy you a Christmas gift as well, if you want it. And you agreed to that. But then you didn't want a Christmas gift anymore, and you just wanted the money back. And you said that you're leaving to France or something, and you need the money right now. And, you kept messaging me. And then I was like, okay, fuck, I'm gonna go pay the money back, But to me, I don't have such a good memory of that. Because initially you said, okay, man, I'm buying a present for you. So that's what. What?
I don't remember that either. I already told you I didn't remember buying you the pennyboard, but what I'm assuming happened is a miscommunication. I probably thought we agreed to I'll buy it for you on the spot and you can give me the money back later, and you maybe thought that I was going to get it for free, but that's okay. It's a miscommunication. There's wrong with that.
Okay, but you don't actually remember this. You just
No.
think that it happened like this.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Another thing that I remember was that I learned. I taught you how to say "suck my dick" in Romanian, and then when I was talking to my mother on the phone, you kept shouting that 20 times a minute, which was not. Yeah. You remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, just random observation. Okay, and let me think.
But, hey, by the way, I don't know if you take that serious, but we all did that. I don't know if you remember Yari being on the phone to his mom and we were all...
Oh no, that was just a random observation. I just remember that, but that's I wasn't gonna question you about that, man. We were kids, so fuck that. Okay, and let me think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, actually, there is a thing. It might actually be related to Yari, not to you, but I'm gonna ask you anyway because you would know. In year 9, so the first year that I came to the school, there was an episode when Yari threw a baseball in my head and knocked me out at Joela's party, I think, and that was quite weird and negative, and I think he did it on purpose because he was 10 meters away and he literally threw the ball right in my head, and so I find it very hard. What? Can you repeat that?
What did he throw it?
He threw a baseball in my head.
A baseball?
Yeah, a baseball. You know the ball that you play baseball with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I there? Was I there?
Man, the transmission is not good. You're lagging.
Well, was I there at wherever that happened?
I don't remember if you were there, but I wanted to ask you about it because I think it was on purpose. And no, I don't. I suppose there had been a reason about it. I tried to think about it. One of these reasons could have been that he was a pretty good athlete, and when I came there, I was a bit better than him, so I thought he might have held that against me. And another reason, and I'm not sure about that, is I know he liked a girl at the time, Beatrice, and I thought maybe there was something about that. I didn't like her. I didn't talk to her much. I know I liked Sophie at the time, her friend, but there's a potential option that there was something about it. So was there some sort of trash talk about that girl or something like that? Someone said it. I said something about her, or I don't know.
How could I possibly know?
No, I'm asking because I try to think about reasons why Yari would try to knock me out with a baseball, because that doesn't happen every day. So.
Well, first of all, I don't remember anything of that happening. I don't even remember the baseball being thrown.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know if you were there. I don't know if you were there, man. But I'm telling you.
I'm telling you right now that I don't remember that happening because I probably would have heard about it if it did.
Okay.
Or I think I would have. I don't remember. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I don't. But you also have to recognize that we all had shit thrown at each other. Like
okay.
I remember someone getting hit in the head with a branch. I had a ton of footballs kicked in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Like that happens to all of us. It doesn't mean you have to think that it has a deeper reason for it.
Okay.
And yes, he was a good athlete.
Man, Alex, wait a bit. There is, the transmission is not as good. You're lagging, and we're getting to the 1 hour check mark. And I didn't tell you this, but I made my budget for 1 hour max conversation. And we reached that already.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
We can stop the timer, 1 hour.
Okay.
Okay. I want to keep talking to you. And that's okay. I'm not going to ask you for more money, whatever.
Okay.
I just want to say my perspective of this whole thing that's been happening with you, okay?
Okay, wait, Alex, can we do one thing? if you want to say that off the timer, can we stop the conversation for a second? Let the laptop cool down, because I know why this is happening. The cooling system of the laptop is slightly broken, so if I use it for too long, it stops working properly. If I leave it for about 10 minutes, it will recover, and then
I don't have time. I need to go soon, but I won't be long. Let me just. Can I
Okay.
say for 2 minutes?
Okay, sure.
From our conversation just now, and from our conversations over the past few years, over text, when you showed up to my show, over WhatsApp, Instagram, whatever the fuck, it's been clear to me that you've been overthinking everything. And I think the reason why you kind of saw things starting to happen in high school is because you already started doing those things in high school, which you just explained to me.
Can you repeat the last sentence? You already what?
Okay. I don't know why you can't hear me. Can you hear me better, Lucas?
Yeah. Just repeat the last sentence. It's what I didn't hear.
You already explained to me that you were already thinking these things in high school, and you were vocal about it, right? You were saying things.
Yeah. I was asking questions. Yes.
You're asking questions, and at that stage, when you ask questions like that, and you're showing that you're overthinking too much, and you think that people are talking about you and all this stuff, people in high school don't like that. And saying Sophie didn't like you for this and that reason, I don't know why Sophie didn't like you, or if she didn't at all. But
Who?
I cannot say that you didn't become weird in high school, because you did. And I think it's because of this thing, because of this.
Wait, Alex. Wait. Who didn't like me? Can you repeat the name?
What?
You said someone didn't like me. Who was that? Who?
You were saying Sophie doesn't like you, right?
No. I was saying that she was angry at me, and I thought that there was a reason for that. It was different.
Yeah, angry. Okay, same thing.
Not exactly.
Angry,
Sure.
but maybe she was angry at you. Maybe she didn't you at all. Okay, same difference.
Okay.
But I'm saying that maybe the reason of those things is because you were already overthinking, and she didn't want to be involved with you at all. She didn't want to have conversations with you. She didn't want to be a friend, and that's completely understandable. You can't blame anyone for that. That doesn't mean she's plotting against you. She's making a deal against you. She's whatever. It doesn't mean any of that. So the fact that you come up with these situations because of these small actions that have happened just makes no. And this is why no one wants to interact with you. And I'm doing my best here. I took the time out of my day when you came to my job. I take time out of my day to come text you. I'm taking time out of my day right now to talk to you, to have this conversation. Because I truly want to help you, because I actually do feel bad for you, as opposed to everyone else. Because I was an overthinker too. I was a big overthinker too. But you can't just expect that everyone's always talking about you and everyone's always plotting against you. Because that's what you think right now. And it's just not true. I don't know how else to explain it to you. I've tried in so many ways. It's never actually worked. So I'll be honest, this is my last straw. If after this you still believe all this shit's happening, even after this agency you're paying tells you that you are nuts, and you still believe that people are plotting against you, I will never speak to you again, Bo. Seriously. I've tried so long to help you because I think you deserve the help, and you didn't deserve all this shit to happen to you now and still affecting you in life. But there is no such thing as a deal, this, that. You don't know if it exists. You don't even know. You just think it exists.
Okay, Alex. Understood? I understood what you said. One observation about Sophie. I told you that I liked her in 2014. When I talked to her later on in 2017, it wasn't because I liked her, I wanted to be her friend or stuff like that. It was only because I saw the odd reactions of her being angry. So that is why I wanted to clarify things.
Okay.
So that's one thing. And the second thing, Alex, second question is you just said that I'm overthinking stuff a lot. I want you to be honest about one thing. Do I have no logic regarding the things that I say in this context? So I understand that you've made it very clear. There is no deal. There's nothing going on. Let's assume that's right. But you said something about being nuts. Do you honestly think that I have like a clinically mental health problem? That I'm overthinking? Or what is your opinion about that?
Overthinking is not, from my knowledge, overthinking is not a mental issue, mental problem.
Okay.
It's something that every person does in their pubic times. Everyone goes through it. I went through it. Everyone I know has been through it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is you've gone so deep into it that you can't get back out of it. And that's why I'm worried for you. That's why I feel bad for you. That's why I'm trying to help you right now. Because I want you to go move on from all this and live your life in peace, knowing that no one's watching, looking at you. And so you don't have to look over your shoulder.
Okay.
Because I know this takes up time. I know you're still worried about this because we're this 2014 you said this, we're 10 years later and you're still about this. I've gone to live my life. Everyone that you've mentioned has gone to live their life. They don't care about it. They don't care. I'm the only one here that's trying to help you by caring about you. And it's not working. And I don't know if you have a clinical mental problem. I remember you saying you were proven to not have that. Okay, great. Doesn't everyone overthinks. Everyone used to overthink. The problem is now you're too deep that you can't get back out of it. That's why I'm having this conversation.
Okay, let me
Really, truly.
Alex. So I'll recapitulate what you said. So I'm overthinking, and this is the result of not letting go of things that might have happened or might not have happened in high school. Is that correct?
That's completely correct.
Okay, so that is your point, correct?
Yes, that's my perspective on your entire life right now.
Okay, all right. Okay, understood. So just making sure that I received your message correctly.
Okay. Well, I have to go. Let me know what the agency says, the analysis people.
Okay. So Alex, regarding next steps, I will send you the video if you want to. So you have a copy of it. Do you want that?
I don't really care, to be honest.
You don't care. Okay. I will send the video to the agency. It might take a bit of time because I need to prepare the budget for them to, because it probably costs a lot because you're professionals and these sort of things cost a lot. And when the report is clear, is ready, I will send you the report without any censoring or anything, and you can review it and tell me what you want to crop out. For example, you want that detail to not be shown, or you want that name to be censored or replaced with an anonymous letter or something. You understand what I say?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll send you the report and let you decide what I can make public and what I cannot make public, and then I will post the report based on your feedback. Okay?
Okay. Well, can I ask you one more thing?
Sure.
What do you think of this conversation we just had?
I think it was productive. So it's important to productive in the sense that.
Okay. Just sorry. Let me make it more clear.
Yeah.
You heard me and how I'm trying to help you.
Okay.
I'm asking, is there hope that you are going to change your mind from this conversation?
About what I want to achieve?
No, about you believing all these things that I'm saying doesn't exist. Is there hope in your mind from this conversation that you could believe that that I'm right, you've been overthinking things, and you can move on?
Okay, Alex, it's very important for me to. So besides the video that I will send to the agency to review it, for me, I have to make my own conclusion. So I will rewatch this video and analyze what you said and what I know based on what I observed, and I'll make my own conclusions. That is for me. So far. For me, I have clear objectives and clear things that I want to achieve, and one of them includes making things clear and getting justice for anything that might have happened out of the things that I told you. So I cannot tell you that I will let things go, because from my perspective, if something happened I want to clarify things, and I want justice regarding all the potential crimes that have taken place against me, and obviously to prove my innocence regarding things that people falsely accuse me of.
What
Now,
what crimes have been made against you?
huh?
What crimes have been made against you?
That's
Are you still recording?
yeah, the recording is still going on. You want me to stop it?
What crimes have been made against you?
You want me to stop the recording?
Is it you stopped recording?
No, it's still recording.
Keep recording. Keep recording.
Keep recording, okay. So the main crime was defamation, but this only possible with the Facebook group. And again, I don't want to.
Yeah, no. It's
Okay.
only possible if all the series of events happen to matter that this thing exists, then.
Okay, but there,
tell me what crime has been made against and how it's affected your life.
Alex, this is a really, really complex subject, and
There's a list of crimes in the law. Which ones have been made against you?
okay. So, for example, defamation would include you in the theoretic. So, for me, that's my conclusion. But let's stay neutral. So, in theory, if you made that accusation, that would be defamation. If you made it official in a court, that would be perjury. If that applies also to the theft accusation.
What court?
What?
What court?
No, I don't know. I'm just giving examples. So for me, I have no facts. I cannot guarantee this happened and this happened. But in the scenario in which they happened, then there are consequences for those things. Now, Alex, I know what you're trying to do. You try to do this for chat. I can't tell you that I'll leave everything and go live my life. I know that's what you want, because I'm overthinking everything according to you, and I should let things go and live my life. I can't tell you that I'll do this, but what I can tell you is that I will review our conversation and make a new conclusion based on what I've observed and what you said, that is updated, to be correct. So if let's give a random example. In theory, if I think you're saying the truth, and then I will redo my conclusions based on what you say. But I need to verify this. So I need to watch everything again, listen to what you said, and look at the facts that I know based on what I've observed, and I will draw a new conclusion. But I cannot tell you that I will just let things go and move on, because I know 100% that I won't do that. But I will.
Okay. I hear you. Okay. Okay. Just please keep in mind that I've already seen you analyze an audio of me, and it was just went to complete shit.
Okay.
And I don't know it, so I'm glad that you're bringing in an external party to because for me that's the only reason I'm doing this. Because if this was for your own analysis, I know that this conversation would be useless, because I know whoever analyzes this will see what is happening here, and hopefully they can explain it to you better than me, because clearly you don't believe me still. Okay. But I appreciate that you understand that I am trying to help you, and I really do want the best for you, man. But you make it tough.
Okay, man. So I will send this to the experts, and when they send me the results back, this might take a while. Like I told you, it's I need to make the budget. They need to do the work and everything, and so
how much is it?
They didn't tell me, but I looked on prices of stuff like this with lie detectors, polygraphs, and it's quite expensive. So it's gonna take some time. But when it's ready, I'll send it back to you for review, and we'll see how it goes then. Okay?
All right. Please keep me updated. In the meantime, please don't post anything about our conversation. I literally don't want any of this online, because I'm living my own life. So, but feel free to text me. We can talk about whatever.
Okay, I won't post the video or the audio recording or anything. Okay, so this video, it stays private. It will only be sent to the experts, and if you ever want a copy, it will also be sent to you. Okay?
Okay. I mean also on your social media. I don't want you posting. I had a conversation with Alex today. Okay.
Oh, you don't want me to mention it at all, that it happened?
No. I mean, no, I don't want that online, no. You can say you had a conversation with someone who you think was involved.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Okay, I won't mention your name. I won't go into any details about the actual conversation, but I will mention it that it happened with someone that is involved. Okay, is that good?
Fine, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And don't name me A because it's too obvious.
Okay, I won't give any names, any letters, anything. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
I'll send you another ticket in.
okay. To 500, yes.
Now, minus 125.
Oh yeah, I know. 500 in total. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.